So right here, Craig, we are on the banks of what?
We are on the banks of Elk Creek, coming out from Elk Creek Lake, and you can see Elk Creek Ranch in the distance there. That's the lodge.
Yes, right on the left-hand side. Yes, that is Elk Creek Lodge, the home of the Zollingers.
That's right.
And but this is the beautiful Elk Creek Lake, not to be confused with the Elk Creek Creek.
That's right. Yeah, Elk Creek Creek.
Hi, I'm Mike Bogden.
And Craig Neville.
And it's the Island Park Weekly Weather Report for
Wednesday, May 26, 2021, and of course those 6 days thereafter.
That's right. You do such a good job of that.
I know.
Yes.
And I got to mention those 6 days thereafter.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because otherwise it would be a daily weather report.
That's exactly right. And I'm thinking we ought to just, based upon what happened to us last week, maybe we ought to change it to weather guess.
Yeah, well, we said it was going to be a lot of weather. We said it was going to be a lot of rain, but we did not know that it was going to be a foot of snow.
Right.
Yeah, it was mayhem. There were, it was terrible. It was like the Armageddon. It was like cats and dogs living together. Everything was terrible.
It was terrible.
Yep, we had the flat closed for about 5 hours.
Yeah,
so you couldn't get through the flats. We had traffic accidents. We had lots of slide-offs.
Yep, we had a power outage for about 2 hours in some areas.
That's because some idiots tried cutting down a tree over by the
sewer plant.
The sewer plant, yeah, and dropped it across the power line. Yeah.
I hope they find out who they were, because they need a big fine. That was an inconvenience.
Yeah, if anybody knows who dropped the tree on the power line, feel free to give the City Hall a call, and we'd be more than happy to, or post it on Facebook. We'd be more than happy to follow it up and find out who did that and make they pay, because it was a pain.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. So, and anybody else, hey, go out in the woods to cut your trees down, not where the power lines are, idiots.
Always look up, son of a gun, huh?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm sure they were cold and wanted some wood and decided, well, we'll cut this tree down.
They could have come down to the store. I would have sold them some wood.
Yeah, for that, you probably would have given them one box of wood.
Well, maybe.
Anyway, with that, now that that's kind of come and going, this weather is blowing out.
Yes, it is.
We got one more day. We got Wednesday that's going to be rainy most of the day. And after Wednesday, poof, all of a sudden, spring is going to spring and summer's going to start showing up. So it's going to change right drastically.
That's right. It's going to do some warming up, folks.
Yes, it is. So it's going to, like I said, Wednesday almost all day long, going to get some rain.
Rain, yes,
Yep.
That'll taper off Wednesday night.
Yep. And the highs are going to be, what, 50s?
We'll be lucky if we make 50, I think.
Yeah.
Every time I look, they keep bringing it down. First it was 52 for a high on Wednesday. Now it's 49. When I look again, it'll probably be 47.
Yeah, and the nighttime temperature is going to probably be just above freezing, because I don't think it's going to freeze.
And I'm going to say just below freezing, but not long enough to really make it freeze.
Yeah, so anyway, and then Thursday, the storm is clearing and the sun is going to start shining. Still be some partial cloudiness, but it's going to start warming up.
Yeah, well, I think we'll make it back up into the 60s for Thursday, maybe high 50s.
Yep, and not just Thursday, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And by Wednesday, we're going to hit...
We might be looking at 80s.
Yes. So
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, so it's going to be high 70s at least by a week from today, so it's going to warm up. And
so it looks like it's going to be a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it is. But the campers that were here last weekend for the week before Memorial Day weekend, not so good. Power outages, foot of snow.
Let's just keep them in last week.
Yeah,
keep them in last week.
But this is going to be probably one of our best Memorial Days we've had for a long time.
That's what it's looking like, folks. However, it is Memorial Day weekend, subject to change at a moment's notice.
That's right. But from all things that are happening right now, the way it looks like with the weather patterns, it looks like we're going to have a really nice week ahead of us.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, me too. And so with that, remember that... if you're going to come up to Island Park, just be cautious. There's lots of good people up here. There were a lot of people last week.
There's going to be even more this week.
Yeah, all cabins are booked. It's going to be kind of a zoo. So, be patient with your driving. Watch out for the animals, because we don't want to squish them. And also, make sure you put trash away, because the grizzlies are out.
Yes, they are.
And we don't want to entice them in, because then they'll have to either cart them off or put them down, and we don't want to do either.
Nope.
It's the same with all the other animals. Everybody's got babies now, so watch out for the moose and everything else because they can be grumpy.
Just give them distance.
Yep.
Bring your telephoto lens.
Yep. But it will be a good week to do some floating and some other stuff because it's going to be nice.
Yes.
Just remember that if you're going to float Big Springs to max in, remember that if it's windy, don't use an inflatable because you will go backwards. And your 2-hour float's going to turn into a 5-hour ordeal. So.
And believe me, we know it's no fun to pull your canoe or board or kayak upstream with you. No,
not fun. Anyway, so with that, just like I said, everything you do, just be cautious. But with that, do you have any last things to say?
I don't. Other than everybody, bring your kindness and your patience.
Yep. And as far as the COVID-y stuff, we're not masking. Mandatory. If you want to wear a mask, knock yourself out. But if somebody doesn't wear a mask, stay off their butt. So
that's right.
Yep, because everybody's has the freedom to do what they want to do, but a lot of people have been inoculated. I know a lot of your people have.
Yes.
I have. You have.
I have.
And some people don't want to. That's okay too.
Yeah.
It's a free country, contrary to some opinions, and so you can do what you want to do, but do it safely. So
safely and within reason.
Yes, but be kind to each other.
As long as it harm none, do what thou wilt.
Yep, and if you feel more comfortable with a mask or a gas mask or hazmat suit, whatever, knock yourself out. Of course, you will be mocked. Anyway, but with that, it's Mike Bogden
and Craig Neville of Robin's Roost.
Wishing you the best. Have a good weekend, and above all, stay safe.
Amen.
Bye-bye.